What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk about how I'm finally able to build that shredded physique. I will go through so many different bulks where I was either gaining too much weight or I was trying to lose weight and I would lose too much muscle. So today I'm going to go inside my diet and explain to you guys how I finally was able to get ripped and shredded. So listen, today I'm breaking down my 2,000 calorie diet plan that's going to really show you guys how I'm able to lose fat but still maintain that muscle and maintain my shredded physique, guys. So you know we got to go straight into the kitchen. Let's get straight into it. Listen, guys, we're in the kitchen. I'm excited to break down these gems. So this is something that was game changing that really allowed me to change my physique was a food scale, guys. If you don't have a food scale, you're probably under eating or overeating. A lot of times, like I used to think that I was consuming enough protein, but until I started weighing my food, that's when I started realizing that I wasn't consuming enough grams of protein per body weight, because you need at least 1 gram of protein per body weight. So if you weigh 170 pounds, you need 170 grams of protein. And also, I was probably overeating too many carbs. I never weighed my carbs. So when I started putting my carbs on the food scale, that's why I noticed a big difference. I'm gonna show you guys how the food scale works. Check it out. When you first put your plate on there, it's gonna pick up your plate as food. So you really wanna reset it, boom, and then you wanna start adding your chicken on there. Check it out. Here we go, we have our chicken and we're gonna add it on there. Our food. So this is an easy way to really make sure that we're getting the proper amount of protein. So listen, I'm actually gonna chop up some carbs. I'm actually making some baked potatoes right now. So I'm gonna show you guys the baked potatoes and the seasoning that I use to really help. Cause guys, a lot of us think that we have to get rid of carbs, that we don't need carbs. Carbs is what's gonna give us that energy to be able to go in the gym and lift heavy weights. So I'm gonna chop up some protein real quick and then we're gonna weigh it on a food scale. You're gonna get to see like what I consume for my protein, my carb, and my fats. Check it out. So listen, guys, we're chopping up the baked potatoes. These are healthy carbs. You know, we're using olive oil. That's a low calorie olive oil spray, so we don't consume too many calories. A lot of you guys are consuming calories through your liquids. So here we are, we're chopping it up, we're gonna bake it. And we're gonna be light with this olive oil as well, not too much, because there's 120 calories in 1 tablespoon. So we wanna make sure that we're light on that. Not doing too much, you know, adding some seasoning. Guys, it's the best seasoning out, man. This is the Salmon. Check it out. It's to my Amazon storefront as long as the food scale. And we're going to throw it in the oven and get to cooking. Guys, something that really helped me out, guys, my go-to breakfast that I have almost every morning are my oats and my bananas, guys. So literally, like, this is like my pre-workout meal. I'll have a cup of oats and I'll have a banana, guys. Now think about fruit. You don't want to have too much fruit. Like a banana has 14 grams of sugar. So I try to consume more than 35 to 50 grams of sugar. So you don't want to have like 2-3 bananas when you're on a cut. You just want to have 1. Now, if you're gaining weight, then sure, you can definitely have 2 bananas. But when you're on a cut, I just try to have 1 banana. So every morning when I wake up, I make sure I have my banana and my oats, man. And that's like my go-to, guys. So look, these are healthy carbs. So you can have carbs, guys. These are my favorite stuff. And the thing I like about nutrient-dense food, like if you go to McDonald's and you have like order a small fry, they're so high in calories. So by cooking your own carbs, you can actually consume more food. That's something that I learned later on, guys, is that the more nutrient-dense and healthy your food is, the more of it you can actually have. So you really want to make sure that you're cooking your food and you're meal prepping your food. Also, man, my go-to seasoning, guys, is Salmon seasoning. I love this, guys. This is in my Amazon storefront. Check it out. This is what I put on my potatoes, and I'm also getting ready to cook up some salmon. So guys, check it out. So now when you're on the cut, guys, I really try not to consume too much salmon. I like to consume most of my protein from my chicken breasts, because chicken breasts are a lot leaner and they're lower in fats, because you don't want to consume too many fats, guys. I always make sure to keep my fats at 20%. So part of my macro breakdown, I always make sure that my fats are around 20%. Also, guys, if you guys don't know about your macro breakdown, if you guys don't know how many grams of protein you need, how many grams of carbs and fats that you need, hit the link in the description below and I'll provide you guys with a macro calculator, and that's going to allow you to insert your height, your weight, how many days a week you work out, and it's going to give you an exact breakdown of what you need to consume in order to hit those macros and get in that calorie deficit to really get shredded. Salmon goes crazy, you feel me? Boom. When I'm on my cut, I try not to have too much salmon, so I keep it nice and light. I may only have like 4 to 6 ounces, and that's why you need the food scale, because the food scale is going to allow you to track exactly how many ounces you're consuming. But salmon is one of my favorite go-to meals, and we want to make sure that we always put some salt on our salmon at all times. With that, boom, so we're going to add some flavor to this stuff. Yes, sir. All right, guys, y'all know the vibes, man. We live. Listen, so we got the salmon on the stove. As you saw earlier, we cooked the potatoes. The potatoes are done. We got some dirty dishes in the sink. So we can't do anything about that. We're gonna wash the dishes when this is all said and done, man. That's the thing about meal prep, and then they're gonna get dirty. But guys, I like to do a quick meal prep so it's not too complicated. Up here, guys, I actually have my protein and I have my food scale. Guys, I literally take the food scale with me everywhere I go. That's how I weigh my food, so I'm not like over consuming too many macros. So you really make sure that you guys tune in with that. And guys, make sure I tap with the protein. So because I am on the go a lot of times, I don't always have time to make food. Realistically, as you can tell, it's late now outside. So clearly I didn't have a chance to cook during my lunch break, during work today. So I don't always have time to cook. So sometimes I have to really just have some protein on the go. I personally use Legion whey protein, guys. This is the best protein out there. They got the peanut butter fudge, the cinnamon cereal flavor, guys. It's the best out. Use the code word CHIEF and you'll get 20% off. Because guys, the thing about it is you need 1 gram of protein per lean body weight. One thing I noticed whenever I was trying to lose weight, I was losing all my muscle and I wasn't able to retain my muscle, and I almost was looking like skinny fat. So by consuming a ton of protein, guys, that's gonna allow you to hold onto your muscle. You really want to hold onto your muscle. I told you guys the salmon's good. I told you the salmon cooks super fast. Woo, that thing cooking. Boom. And then you're gonna make sure you get that extra skin off. You gotta make sure you get that extra skin off. That thing popping. And guys, even the oil that I use, I even use this olive oil spray. This is a 0-calorie olive oil spray. You want to be careful about the liquids that you're using or the oils because you don't want it to be too like high calorie consuming. So you want to make sure that you do that. And guys, the skin, as you can see, the skin's kind of already coming off and stuck on the bottom of the pan. But we just want to get that extra layer of skin off of the salmon. So I always, take that off. All right, guys, listen. So the salmon is cooking, and when that's done, I'm gonna show you that. And also, guys, another thing that I use. So, guys, I'm a foodie at times, and I like chocolate flavors and stuff like that. So what I do to help me stay on my diet is whenever I have cravings and I want like a chocolate chip cookie, guys, I actually have the Legion chocolate chip cookie dough bars. Guys, these are the best chocolate chip cookie dough bars, and this allows me to stay on my macros because these are very low in carbs. So like, because I hate like cutting weight, shedding fat can be it can be a lot and it can be really intense. But by having these, and you have to give up a lot of food, but by having these bars during my cuts, this allowed me to still stay on my diet and eat healthy at the same time. So I highly recommend doing that. And guys, they're packed with like 20 grams of protein each bar. So you're literally getting your grams of protein, and you're getting your grams of protein, and you're not consuming too many carbs, which is going to allow you to lose that fat and finally build that muscle. So use the code word CHIEF, you'll get 20% off of this as well. Listen, guys, we got to open up the window. We had to open up the window. It is steaming hot in here. But listen, guys, you want to make sure that whenever you're doing your meal prep, you want to make sure that you're cooking in bulk. It's very important to cook in bulk because when you get hungry, you're going to just start reaching for food. You're going to just start reaching for stuff. So you want to make sure you have your food ready to go. And that's why I recommend, having those protein shakes and having those protein bars so that when you do get hungry, you're able to grab that stuff and go. And something that I also did intermittent fasting, where I fast for 16 hours a day and only eat for 8. And that was helpful because, the easiest way to lose weight and to really lose that fat and build that muscle is to not eat your first meal till about lunchtime. So I would eat my first meal at like 12 o'clock. And basically I would have 12 to 8 p.m. to consume 2,000 calories, and that's a lot of calories if you have a condensed window like that versus if you start eating at 6 a.m. So intermittent fasting is definitely the way to go to really help you lose that fat and build that physique, guys. You can have the body you want, you just have to keep working at it. So listen, man, the salmon's almost done, and I'm going to literally show you guys like what a serving for me will look like on my diet. I'm going to put the salmon on the food scale. And I'm also going to, show you the potatoes and show you my vegetables and everything. And guys, I am busy, so a lot of times I don't have time to meal prep my vegetables. So I'll just do like a simple thing. And that'll be like my carrots, because my carrots, they're already ready to go. So guys, stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys my breakdown of my food, and then we're going to get up out of here. So as promised, we're going to put the meal on there. So check it out. I'm going to show you guys my meal breakdown on my cut, on my diet. First, we're going to start with our carbs and our vegetables. And then lastly, we're going to add the salmon because the salmon's almost done. It's almost ready to go. So this is literally what one of my meals will look like. And I'm going for 5.2 ounces. So I have my food scale turned on, as you guys can see. And I'm going to add 5.2 ounces to it, guys, to keep everything nice and low. Ooh. And I'm going to put a breakdown up of like how many carbs and fats this is, how many grams of fats this is, and how many grams of carbs this is. Boom, guys. So I literally have 5.1 ounces, which is cool enough. I'm going to shoot to have 3 ounces of carrots in there. Yes, sir. That's 1 ounce right there. And I'm going for about 6 ounces of salmon. 5 right there, boom. And that's 6 right there. And that thing hot and ready to go. The salmon is hot and ready to go, man. I like my salmon fresh, nice and crispy. Adonia, eh? Adonia, eh? So little hacks that you guys can do too is have sriracha sauce. I put a ton of this on here, not too much, but guys, it's 0 calorie. It's 0 calorie sriracha sauce. So these are easy things that you can do to add some flavor to your stuff. So guys, I really did a breakdown of what I'll eat, and this is an example like what one of my meals will look like. And guys, because this food is nutrient dense, I can have more of it. So a lot of you guys, you know, you're going to McDonald's and you're shooting up and you're having way too many calories. But by having nutrient dense foods, you can actually eat more food. So I always try to be like, oh, how do you eat so healthy? I eat so healthy because I'm consuming more food, and that allows me to feel a lot more satiated, a lot more full. So it's really important that you consume healthy, nutrient dense food, okay? So like, we're gonna wrap this video up, man. Thanks for tuning in. Woo! Yes, sir, guys. Listen, man, those are the gems, guys. That's how you're gonna really lose that fat and build that muscle. That's my 2,000 calorie diet explained. I was able to show you guys the food that I eat, guys. Listen, if you guys are confused, if you guys don't know what to do, make sure you guys sign up for my Patreon. My Patreon, I can provide you guys with the online meal plan, as well as virtual coaching and a workout plan. And also, guys, make sure you guys purchase the food scale in my Amazon storefront. The food scale is much needed. That's how you're gonna be able to track your calories each and every single day. So that way you know how much food you're consuming. I thought that I was consuming enough protein. I wasn't. And guys, we need more protein. We need to load up on that protein, at least 1 gram of protein per body weight. And we got to keep the carbs and the fats low if we're trying to really get that six pack or we're trying to get shredded, guys. So those are the gems right there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. Make sure you guys continue to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, man, and stay tapped in with the page, man. We're dropping 1 to 2 videos a week, as well as doing live workouts. So make sure you guys tap in with all that, man. CP Nation, we out.